All right, we are in New Mexico, heading to our next campground, which is a free campground. In the rough road and a cattle crossing. Put your bike before we drive. Now we are actually rolling on asphalt, even though it looks like we was going on gravel. It's just packed down, beat up, old asphalt that I think is going to turn into dirt, if I remember correctly.
Everybody, welcome back to Boots and Jeans Riders. I'm Rich.
I'm Cake.
And the campground we're going to show you today, we absolutely love, and you're going to love it too. And that's one reason. What?
Free, 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 free.
Yes.
It's free, y'all.
It is free. We're going to go over the stuff on this campground. We're going to talk about the area where we are. Seem like this state never have ever disappointed us.
Never. Each
Never.
campsite we've been to have been amazing.
Tell them where we are, what state we're in right now.
New Mexico.
Yes, we're coming to you from New Mexico at
Yep,
this
bugs too.
fabulous free campground. And the name of the campground is,
Joe Skeen.
yes, Skeen Campground, managed by the Bureau of Land Management.
Yeah.
This campground is also part of,
Alma Pius National Monument.
yes, with all the volcano stuff here. The hiking is fabulous. The views are,
Beautiful.
I never use the word awesome, but awesome.
Oh, beautiful. Awesome.
And it's not too far, I think 34 miles from one of our favorite places, El Morro National Monument.
Which also have free, 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 free.
Yes. So check out our video review of El Morro National Monument. We absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about some things before we get into what the campground itself has to offer outside coming to the campground. So if you're coming here, it is off of Highway 40. It's 40.
Exit 89.
Yes. And once you get off exit 89, you would turn, I don't know if that's southbound or not. Anyway, you would turn going towards the hill. You'll see signs anyway. And you'll be traveling on 117. Highway
Like this.
117.
If you come from 40 West, you turn left.
Yes.
If you come from 40 East, you turn right.
So that's southbound. You turn southbound.
There you go.
Good thing I got somebody smarter than me here. And the biggest town, Grants, is only 16 miles from this park. So if you need to stop to pick up some supplies, you can stop in Grants.
And
And
Walmart.
there is, I was getting to that.
Take it too long.
There is a Walmart in Grants. And we stopped there to pick up some supplies because we already knew where it was. This is our second time at this location. But, you know, we do campground reviews. We show you stuff when we come to campgrounds based on our lifestyle, which is living off the motorcycle. We ride motorcycles, so we always gonna bring you a campground review. So this one is for you motorcyclists.
Right.
And if you're in an RV, you might want to pay attention to this also, because once you get from the freeway and start heading on 117, it's approximately 12, maybe 14 miles to the campground.
Right.
As you're going, you will see signs, and you will see there's a ranger station there. You can also stop at the ranger station and get some information of the entire park.
Right. And this campground is dry camp.
Yes.
So it's a vaulted toilet here, but there's no water and no electricity. However, you can get water from the ranger station as long as you get it before 4:30 p.m.
What time does it open?
8:30 a.m.
Yes. And the ranger, well, we only met one, was very, very nice, very informative.
Yeah.
And we asked them questions about some of the hikes in the local drive, which we're going to take and bring it to you also if we have an opportunity to, because we're on motorcycles. Now, speaking of motorcycles, once you get to the campground and you turn into the campground, as you obviously, like anything else, you're riding on asphalt. But as you turn into the campground, it gets kind of bumpy.
It's
Real rocky and
oh,
bumpy.
asphalt, but it's like a crumbly, gravelly. That's the word, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I just made it up. Yeah.
Gravelly.
asphalt.
And once you turn into the campground, you'll see the sign telling you at Joe Skeen Campground,
Yes.
and you're gonna go over a cattle grade. So do not panic if you're not used to riding over cattle grade. Just ride like you would normally ride. And if you're used to riding in gravel, the exact same thing applies. Stay in that friction zone. No need to speed. You can stay in first gear if you're good at staying in first gear, and you can make it to the campground. And the matter of fact, a lot of the riding, well, not a lot.
No.
Some of the riding is on this.
Thick
Once you get to your campsite, then that's what you'll be coming on. But as you're coming up to it, like she said, is back there, it probably was nice, smooth.
Compact.
Right.
It's called compact gravel. Yeah.
It was nice, smooth asphalt, I guess, back in the days when you can see they hadn't upgraded. But I guess that's why they're keeping it like that, to keep the riffraff out who just don't like these type things. But before we get to the amenities, we want to talk about, no, actually, we at the amenity part. What am I talking about?
Exactly.
Cake already mentioned it has two vaulted toilets.
Two vaulted.
And
very, very clean vaulted toilet.
probably the cleanest we ever seen in a camera.
Yeah, basically most of them we've been to have been clean, but this is one of the cleanest ones.
Yeah, I'll show you that when I walked over to the top. I'll put the video clip in there. And as you can see, the road, gravelly, Oh, that's a nice big one right there. Look at that. A nice RV could get in there. But I don't know if RV's gonna be able to get up this twisted road. We like where we are. Look at our view. Cake, wave. I don't know if y'all gonna see a wave. Let me see, can I blow it up? Wave again. I don't know. And look, there's a vaulted toilet. And another one over here for as another campsite. Trying to see if somebody in it, but I think we got the best one, which is great. Here's a vaulted toilet, both male and female. I'm gonna look and see how clean it is. I'm not gonna bring you guys in there. Well, I guess so, you can see. Oh, wow, not bad for a vaulted toilet. Oh my goodness. Dump the trash, dumping of household trash, private waste, or damaging government property is prohibited by law. Cool. The trail to go to the next campsite over there. Look at what we're looking at. And this last one, I'm gonna walk over here so you guys can see. I don't know how many numbers in, but Cake said we are in number 5 right now. Wow, her bike is beautiful. I can see it from back here shining. You probably go through. Nice RV could we get here. We'll probably put our tent on the concrete here. Number 9, so we know there's at least 10, because I see another one over here. Everything on flat. So I wonder if they're considering this a handicap site. Let me see. No, regular table. This pavilion looks bigger than ours.
Okay.
Now,
it has 10 sites.
Yes.
10 free sites.
And how do you know that you are at a camp site within this campground? It has
numbers. Where is it? Numbers. We're at number 5.
Which seemed to be the best one with our background.
Right.
We got the tent behind us now, but we'll show you the background. We'll throw some pictures in there. But each site has a shelter.
Yes. A table.
Yes.
A fire ring. And the charcoal pit.
Yes, the fire ring served as a dual fire ring also. You can actually cook on it with the grill on top, or you can cook on the charcoal grill also, or whatever you choose to cook on.
Also, let me say this. The table is on a slab of concrete. So if you have a small enough tent like we do, you can put your tent on a slab, or you can find a nice level ground and put your tent on there too.
Now the campsite we in, and actually we seen a group, there is no group sites. But we saw a group over there with at least 10 tents. So I won't say every, but it seems as though every single site you can put a multitude of tents on it.
Right.
Now, if you're in an RV, it doesn't seem like you put large RV on any of the sites. Well, depending on whether you like level ground or not, because most of them are pretty large for RVers. I hadn't seen any Class A's here yet. We see a Scamp over there, two, I would say 24-foot pull-behind trailers, and they seem to be doing okay.
Right.
So your RVs, you're more than welcome. But this is about motorcycles.
And about motorcycles that we can get here on the big Goldwings.
We can get here on,
You can get here on any bike. You can get on your bike too,
yes.
even a pedal bike. I'm just saying.
So, and like you said, the absolute best thing about this camp,
It's free.
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 So, once again, the name of it is Skeen Campground in New Mexico. You can type it, you can look it up. Matter of fact, we're gonna put the coordinates in the description section so you can jump on that.
Right.
And you could come here, and like we said, it's about 16 miles from the freeway, if that far. So if you want to get away from the hustle and bustle of Grants, which is really no hustle and bustle in Grants, or anything, especially motorcycle, if you're riding Route 66, and you need a break, free.
Free.
And if you go any further, like we mentioned, El Morro National Monument has a free campground there also,
Yeah.
which has water on the campground. So
Wildlife.
hopping, motor, camping, everybody, come check out this campground. You're absolutely gonna love it. At night, it gets pitch black. You can see all the stars, except last night when the moon was bright, looking like a big flashlight coming in.
It sure does.
Just lit up the whole campground.
Have a light shining this way? No, that was the moon, and it was bright to about 5 o'clock this morning.
For real.
Then it got brighter.
The sun came over the mountain.
Came on. So we're
One thing we want to tell you about is the beautiful sunsets. Not only here, but El Morro also, but here,
we'll put a picture of.
spectacular sunsets. And it's kind of strange because it seems like every time we've been in New Mexico, every night the clouds come just when the sun is setting,
Yeah.
just when the sun is setting, I should say, and just spectacular. We out here with some people. Every time we go to campground, we meet friendly, beautiful, exceptionally people out at the campground. We just chit and chat, talking with them all night. And actually, the ones we talked to last night got up and left this morning. They're touring the country, hitting the national parks and monuments also. But they're not on motorcycles.
Nope.
I'm just saying. Another thing we want to talk about is the phone reception here.
Yes. Campsite is nice and quiet. It's right in between El Morro and El Mapias, which is beautiful rocks. And apparently, I have phone reception because somebody is calling me. Richard's call. Hey, baby. Yes. Okay, 2 days. So we have phone reception, so I can make a few phone calls while I'm up here, which is great.
It surprised us. It was good. I actually had 4 bars, and when I was out walking or discovering or exploring, I pulled my phone out and I looked, I had 4 bars. I called Kate, who was here at the campsite, at our campsite, even though I was at a different campsite, and we could hear each other clearly. She had 4 bars, I had 4 bars, but it varies as you walk around the campsite.
You know, if you're near your tent, certain areas you'll have good reception, and then after a while you start walking, you know, like any other place. But if you, so it's good and bad when it comes to the phone reception.
If you get a good phone call, good reception, stay at that particular spot. Don't start moving around because it's going to turn off on you depending on where you are.
But then again, who needs phones when you're camping and places?
Yes. You know, go camping for 2 reasons. 1, because you enjoy the outdoors. 2, because you might not want to spend $150 at a motel right outside of town if you got camping gear and you come to a camping spot like this. Why? Because it's free.
Free.
You know we love some free.
Free.
But that's all we have for now, unless you have anything else.
Nothing else.
So Joe Skeen Campground,
in
El
Mexico.
Mapias, it is managed by Bureau of Land Management. But if y'all riding, remember, ride long, ride hard, ride strong, but most importantly,
Ride safe.
my Boots and Jeans riders, I'm Rich,
I'm Cake.
and we out. Peace.
Now come on to Joe Skeen. Free, 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 free.